What I learned today. Hey, I didn't even notice you there is code for I noticed you, but I really didn't want to talk to you, and now it's going to be awkward. Hey, what's up there, guys? It is Andres here with today's No Good Daily Update. And today is Tuesday, where I teach you how to do something interesting, cool, unique, fun, and or awesome. And as you all know, 2 weeks ago I posted saying that I was going to post a how to survive a convention guide, and I asked you guys what you would think if I did about doing one of these, thought about doing it. And, well, I got a couple messages. I actually got 2 to be exact, saying I would love to learn a basic guide on how to survive a convention. And I messaged both these people, and they didn't message me back quite yet, so I don't want to put their names up. But once they do, I can link to their YouTube pages here if they ever respond. Quickly, before I continue, I'd like to say that if you do post something in the comments, I'm totally going to use your name. But if you direct message me a question or respond to me that way, I won't use your name unless you give me explicit permission, because that might be a little weird then. Now, to just get this started, there's the 3 most important things at any con that you can never, ever, ever forget. That is socks, water, and sleep. Now, no matter how in shape you are, how much you run, how much you walk, you're gonna get a blister at a convention. And how you can prevent these blisters is by carrying 1 extra pair of socks with you in your bag. All you have to do midway during the day, your feet sweat, you get your socks all wet, they rub against your foot, they rub against your shoe, and that's how you get blisters. Now, you can just change socks midway through the day, throw those other socks in your bag, they're not going to smell, they're not going to be completely gross unless your feet notoriously smell a lot, then just throw them away pretty much. But just for reference for a second, I've never been to a convention or even seen a convention that compares to the sheer size of CES. But honestly, just changing socks can make your convention that much more enjoyable. Even if you're not really prone to blisters all that much, it just makes you feel good. It feels like you're walking on something good and clean again. And you will not find me at any convention without an extra pair of socks inside my giant bag. Which also, before I bring it up, no matter what convention you're going to, bring a giant bag. You're going to get free stuff, you're going to see something you want, and you're not going to want to carry it around in the bags they give you or the small bag you decided to bring. The 2 greatest con-going bags, I've used both of them now for over the past 5 to 6 years, is Timbuk2, which is Timbuck2, and Chrome bags. Now, they're 2 kind of different opposite things. Both of them are messenger bags, and both of them are completely customizable to any color you want to get. Now, Chrome bags tend to be a little bit bigger, except they have a giant buckle in the front, and when you press the buckle, they undo it, and people will always press it. And Timbuk2 bags tend to be a little bit smaller, but they're a little more comfortable, and it really makes you manage your equipment better. Personally, I am a fan of Timbuk2 bags because they're a little bit smaller, they make you manage your things, they're easier to transport. If you take them on a plane, they slide under the seats much better, they're TSA approved and everything like that, and it is just 100 times better. But then again, I have no qualm with Chrome bags. I used a Chrome bag for my most recent PAX trip. They're much better if you're going to a convention where you know you're going to be getting a lot of stuff, because they hold a lot, they're waterproof, they're rip resistant, they're just really hard to take on a plane. And by really hard, I mean it takes an extra 5 minutes. The second one is water. Yeah, water. Now, it's really, really, really important, I cannot stress enough, to stay hydrated on your trip. You'll notice yourself getting dehydrated throughout the trip because you're drinking pop, you're drinking Mountain Dew, you're drinking coffee, you're drinking energy drinks, you're not drinking enough water. You remember that it doesn't matter if you're on vacation, you still have to drink at least a pint of water a day. Now, surprisingly enough, staying hydrated daily and before your trip and just a little bit after keep away those sicknesses that you would normally get on a trip. It makes it so you almost have more energy than just drinking an energy drink. It's almost a permanent energy throughout the day, and it keeps you alert and you feel good if you drink water. And it just keeps the weight down too, because when you go on these trips, you eat not a lot, not quite often, but when you eat, you eat. So I suggest keeping some kind of filtered water bottle. I bring a bubble on all my trips, and a bubble is just a water bottle with a filter in it, so then I don't feel bad drinking convention water that people might have touched with their lips, because it's a built-in filter. And you can get them at any Target or any Sears, and they're like $6. And it saves you money also, because when you go to a convention, you see those water bottles. I paid $22 for 6 water bottles throughout a trip when we bought them for lunch. That was ridiculous. I no longer buy water any kind of pops on trips because it's just easier to carry them around. And people don't mind when you go into an electronics booth if you're carrying a water bottle instead of carrying a pop bottle. Usually they'll tell you not to come in, they'll tell you not to walk around. If you're at an auto show, they don't let you bring pops onto the little tiny floors, but you can bring a water bottle. They don't really care about that. It makes it just easier to transport. You'll save a lot of money. It makes you feel good. So how could you turn that down? And the third one, by far the most important, don't Frank hints your trip, is to get sleep. Now, you're not going to get a lot of sleep. I'm messing up already. You're not going to get a lot of sleep when you get to the convention. At PAX East, I maybe got a total of 6 hours of sleep my entire time there, including the night before. And it's just really important before you go in to try to get as much sleep as possible, to build up some kind of sleeping regimen so you get your 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night at least 1 week before your trip. At any convention, you're walking around all day, you're talking all day, you're just busy all day, you're overloaded, and when you get back, it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you know what? You're going to want to be there at 6 again the next day because you want to get every last drop of your trip out of this. And 4 hours of sleep every night after being up for 4 hours of sleep the night before and getting 4 hours of sleep the next day isn't making you feel good. But keeping hydrated and sleeping before you go on your trip and making sure to get really good sleep after your trip will prevent sicknesses and you'll feel yourself feel better on the trip. It's just another simple type of living strategy you can use that just makes trips more enjoyable. Those are pretty much just the 3 basic things for surviving any convention and any type of expo you go to. I can do more of these that are more in-depth on certain topics or certain kinds of conventions because I've been to multiple conventions and multiple conventions demand different types of things from each person. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and adventure time the crap out of this thing. Check back again tomorrow when I get personal. Good night. I hope you had a fantastic time watching my video. See you tomorrow. Ow, 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 ow. What did I do? Right, you try, you try,